Hi guys, it's me, Andrea. I will show you something today I normally don't show. When I'm just sitting in my studio and having fun with some paint. I already started here, so switched the camera on a bit later, and I just put layers of paint down. Started here with different green tones, and now after I dried it properly, I put some orange on top. But even though it was pretty dry, it got a bit of brown, so didn't like that. I went over some areas with gesso that I get a bit of a better coverage and not touching the green so much. But again, I lost a bit of my footage, but you're not missing a lot. It's just a bit more of the orange and yellow. So then I decided I wanted to have the page completely covered in paint. That's what I do here with some greens. And after that dried, I went on with some blues, and that's what I really like to do, working with paint and all the different colors. And doesn't mean that it will look like that at the end when I finished. It's just for me something relaxing. I start with it, and most of the times at the end it looks completely different. But that's the game. That's what you do when you want to have fun, and can always recommend that doing when you're having a blockage, no, I don't know what to do with this white page, and just sit down, put layers of paint down, paint you like, combinations you think, oh, would never use that, doesn't matter. You can always go over it with gesso. That's what I do here. I really liked all this effect, this diffuse look at the end, but to me it was a bit busy because I already had an idea. And I used this gesso with a bit of water to get a wash, that to tone down the paint. I didn't want to cover it completely. So then I got my stencil out here. That's Andy Skinner stencil, and I use acrylic paint for it, nothing else. Of course, I will have it down in this way, more dimensional. That's what I wanted, and it's pretty heavy on that. But I didn't want to use some modeling paste, so just paint, and I let that dry. So then I decided I wanted only want to keep the very colorful stuff behind or under the stenciled part. And here in the middle, I equalize everything out with this turquoise, or it's teal, I think. Doesn't matter, teal, turquoise, yeah. And yeah, that's what I thought. So this is a canvas piece. That piece of canvas gave me an idea, actually, because it was laying around here, and I thought, yeah, that's what I will use as a focal point on this piece of work I'm just doing. I work on it with gesso, and when that's dry, I will glue it down here with my PVA glue. It works fantastically with gesso on canvas. It glues it really good down. Go over it with a brush a bit, and yeah, as you can see here, but it really glues down. You can glue it down with gel medium as well, so that works as well. Okay, glue it down first, and then I will go on with my stencil. And I'm using here the complementary color, the orange, for the inner part. I pick the stencil up in the same way I put it down here on the paper, and continue with a different color on that. Okay, there wasn't one here, but yeah, only to have the three parts, this odd number thing. So then I'm using lighter orange or a darker yellow. You can see it as you want to dab it all a bit off. It is, I sprayed some water on that canvas first to dilute it down a bit, and then I could spread it out much easier and dab it off always a bit. So on this one, These are circles I cut out with the die cut, and it's black cardstock, of course, and the colorful stuff is actually kitchen paper, where I cleaned my brushes off the paper, the paint, and I really liked it. I liked the color combination with these greens and yellows and oranges, so that's why I cut them out and I put them down here. And as you can see, I put it down on all three of them off circle. Didn't want to have it exactly in the middle. You know, I wanted to have it a bit more dynamic, to put some interest into, that you really look into the, you know, it's not straight. No, it's not, and by purpose. So, because I like it. So and then for the edges around the circles and for the stems, I'm using this relief paint from Marabu. That's the window glass outliner paint, but I really like to use it here. Yeah, actually for outlining. It dries quite quickly. It dries shiny, and of course it will stay having this relief. So that's what I was after, texture. So even the stems going down, and I think that puts quite a bit of interest into it. With this would be different with only the straight stems, I think. So the same relief paste here, but in white. I put some elements on it, you know, these circles and some dots, just for some highlights and for some reflections. Okay, this is a bottle, this needle tip bottle here with pure acrylic paint, nothing else, and it's perfect to write something down. And that was the others, and here that will be me. That's what came to my mind, you know, that's me inside. It's bright and nice flowers and everything, and outside's all the others, you know, all this. I'm not talking about people or so, it's the bad world. I leave it outside. I'm living my colorful and shiny life. And I'm not overthinking all this, what's going on in the world. Okay, that's close up already. I hope I could give you some ideas and you liked it, and if so, it would be fantastic if you leave me a thumbs up, and even a comment would be absolutely appreciated. So I thank you a lot for watching again, guys, and I hope I will see you soon. So have a fantastic time. Bye bye. Tschüss Leute. Tschüss.